Welcome to an experience similar to ones that you've had before. Yes, another podcast featuring a couple of guys who think that they're funny. Two men, one microphone. This is Spoiled Rotten.
What is up, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome to Spoiled Rotten Movies. And there's Zane.
That's me.
You came in here as if you were going to be like, I've come to bargain.
I've come here to bargain. Yeah.
Yes. So, Zane, how have you been? How you been, man?
I've been all right, man. I've been all right. We're getting over the poison ivy that I had talked about last week.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a good thing. Let me get myself centered. Jeez. How unprofessional of me. I'm so sorry. I'm getting over the poison ivy. Just hanging out. I went to the gym. I went to the out of doors.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. It was nice to be able to put pants on and not itch all the time. I think I got something on my arm now, which is just another development in
Another thing, yeah.
itchy parts of my body.
That's awesome.
How about you, man? What you been up to? What are you doing?
Getting back into the swing of things after my vacation. Usually the first week after vacation is the most fun because you don't want to do anything. But
right, you got that senioritis real bad.
Right, exactly. But not bad. Everything's running smooth and nothing out of the ordinary.
Wow, you're so fun. It's
Thanks.
so fun. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah,
Mr. Travis,
Mr. Zane.
Mr. Travis, I think we should just hop on into
let's hop into
the show this week. Facebook, how you doing? YouTube, how you doing? Make sure
hey
to comment
guys,
so we can see we're on split screen this week instead of the other one because
you get more of us.
I didn't want to set my whole rig up because I'm a lazy butthead. That's what it is, which is why I keep adjusting where I'm at right now.
Right.
But yeah, let's get into movie news.
Movie news.
We got a graphic. We got the graphic.
Hold on, I'm getting it. Movie news.
Over here. All right, man.
All right.
So what do we got this week? We got a
movie
first
news.
thing.
All right. Yeah,
you want to take
thing.
it? You go ahead.
Big thing. Yeah, big thing.
Big thing.
A new movie had just been announced.
Mm-hmm.
The main actor has been announced for this movie. It's a biopic for probably one of the most recognized
biopic. Is it biopic? Is it biopic?
Biopic.
That messes with my whole world. Okay.
Biopic. I don't know. Tomato, biopic.
Man,
whatever.
Biopic
It doesn't matter.
Like bio picture. Like
right. It's a biography picture, but it's biopic. Anyway,
that sounds medical. So it's like, oh man, we gotta do a biopic on him.
Well, they might have to after after this news. So Dave Franco, not the big guy, not big James Franco,
otherwise known as James Franco's little brother.
Right, little Dave Franco is going to be playing Vanilla Ice, baby. I'm not gonna. That's about it. Nope, that's it. Yes, his biopic. To the
I hate you so much for that.
It is called To the Extreme, and they just
that's really what it's called.
That's what it's called. The Extreme, and it might just be X-Stream. Like there's no E at the beginning of it.
No.
It might just be To the Extreme. So who knows?
Is this? Oh man! Like here, listen.
Yeah.
Because here's where I think his name is like Chris Van Winkle or something. Like what's his last name? It's Van Winkle. His last name. His real last name is Van Winkle. I know he like. I don't know if you knew this. He has like a show where he like remodels houses. Like he buys and flips houses.
Really?
Yeah. Like that's where he's at now.
Good for him.
So like I wonder what and he's got like tattoos all down his arms now. Like he like I think when he performs now, he does like rock versions of all of his rap hits. I'm not joking. I really think that's what's going on with him. But yeah, this is. I wonder, like, what do you expect from a movie from like this? Like,
I don't know. Like, I don't know his life.
I'm sure back in the 80s, like
early 90s, yeah.
Man, like Ice Baby, freaking Vanilla Ice was like a serious artist, but I feel like he's almost a meme at this point. Like he's been memeified throughout, like just almost the cringiness of his
right. Well,
music.
I just rewatched an old Adam Sandler movie called That's My Boy. With Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg, yep.
And Vanilla Ice is in that movie as Vanilla Ice.
Mm-hmm.
And they make a reference to Ice Ice Baby, and he's like, "Don't sing that song." Half my money went to Freddie Mercury and Queen, and the other half went to Suge Knight. And like, I'm like, oh wow, I wonder how much of that is actually true.
Yeah, I wonder, like, because Dave Franco, I mean, he's a pretty. I mean, I'm sure he's had like some serious movies, but I've seen him in comedic things. I've seen him in
Now You See Me.
Neighbors. He's in
Neighbors. Yes,
he's Neighbors 2. All the stuff I feel like I've seen him. What else have I seen him in? Man, I feel like he
was in Now You See Me. Now You See Me Too.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the very terrible season of Scrubs.
Okay.
Yeah,
like the last season.
The last season that doesn't count. Yeah.
Can I just voice my opinion that I think that like all of Scrubs is awful. My wife.
You can voice it, but you're wrong.
Man, holy cow. If there's a show that you can just get away with making like really bad jokes for like an entire series, the only good thing to come out of that is Elliot voices Beth on Rick and Morty.
Oh,
only good thing to come out of that show.
Only thing? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Let's just move forward before we get in a fight. Let's move forward before we get in a fight because you're wrong.
That's what we do. We fight here. That's what we're fighters.
You're good. No, that's fine. You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
Anybody else agree with me that Scrubs is awful? What's your opinion on Scrubs? Let us know in the comments. We'll see it on the screen. Anyways, other than Scrubs being awful, the Emmys
are back. Nominations happen today.
July
HBO
28th, 2020.
Right. HBO has usually always led the nominations every single year, had the most nominations. And this year, just by looking at the quality of content, everyone was like, maybe Netflix might edge HBO out and get a little bit more nominations. In fact, not only did they beat HBO, they beat them 160 nominations to 107.
That's a margin, dude.
That is a large margin.
That's 53 more.
Yeah, that's a big. That's almost
like half of
almost
their nominations are. Yeah, it's 150%.
Yeah. So
that's a lot, man. Do we have any idea what the nominate? Like, do we have like any? What are our big contenders? Like,
the biggest contender is The Mandalorian. Had 15 nominations for themselves. The Mandalorian.
Yeah, but that's Disney Plus.
Star Wars. Yes, I mean, Netflix got a lot from all of them, but The Mandalorian was the big surprise with the most nominations. Gotcha. And then there's other things, but I didn't really look them up. Those were the two big things that I was like, oh, that's interesting. Thank you.
Let's talk about that on the podcast. And then when Zane asks me questions, I won't know anything about it.
Maybe if you pulled up some news of your own.
That was me dropping my mic.
Yeah, how'd that work for you?
It's on the stand, so it didn't go anywhere.
All right, and then also
tell us about the last one because
Adam,
you're the new guy.
Adam McKay, director of Talladega Nights, Anchorman 2, The Other Guys, one of my favorite comedies, and Vice.
Can we talk about The Other Guys for a second?
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and talk about The Other Guys because I like. The Other Guys for me is the movie that like when I'm not doing anything and I'm like, I need a good movie to watch just to pass the time. It's usually The Other Guys.
God, it's so bad.
What?
It's just not funny, dude. Like that whole movie. Like, okay, hang on. Here's the thing. I think that I don't have because okay, I'm just stammering at this point. I'm gonna take this back. I can't personally. I don't think Mark Wahlberg is funny. Period. Like, and that being said, like I really like one of my favorite movies is Rockstar. You seen Rockstar?
Yeah.
Okay. I really enjoy him in Rockstar, but like that's like the only movie that I think I like Mark Wahlberg in.
Okay. I mean, sure.
Mic drop.
Sure. Daddy's Home, you didn't like it? Okay, you know what?
No.
Daddy's Home, you didn't like Daddy's Home?
I didn't watch it. You know why?
Because Mark Wahlberg's in it. No, Mark Wahlberg has his hits and misses, and he has a lot more misses than hits. But like, man, the other guys,
is that what it is?
The Happening is terrible.
Yeah. He's just like I can't take. It's almost like I can't take him seriously as a serious actor or as a comedic actor.
I don't know. Well, anyway, Adam McKay. Let's go back to Adam McKay.
Adam McKay, this guy right here.
He is going to be working on an HBO limited series about a race to find the corona vaccine. The coronavirus vaccine. So,
or like
a limited mini series about the race to find the coronavirus vaccine, which in my opinion, I think that it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be good. Anything Adam McKay does is usually very good.
Other than the other guys.
I think that I think it was very good in Vice. I think Vice was an extremely good movie.
I never saw it.
It's so good. But I think there's going to be two camps. There's going to be the camps of the people that feel that it went way too far off the edge, and it just made stuff up just to make someone look bad. Because Vice is about Dick Cheney, and so they're going to say that. So they're going to say that nothing that happened actually. Christian Bale is in it, and there's going to be the one camp that's like they're making all this stuff up to make everyone look bad, or there's going to be the other camp that's going to be like they just made fun of everything, they didn't take anything seriously, and as if no one really cares about any of it. So
you think people are going to be concerned that he's not going to take this seriously? Like, is it like a document? It's not a documentary style. It's like a series.
No, it's a series. Yeah.
Okay.
From the way that I understand,
force it up. Like, you think they're gonna just make it into a big goof? Okay.
Right. Because I mean, that's what Adam McKay is usually known for. But I think that he did fine with Vice. But it was very hard to find the middle of the people that enjoyed Vice for what it was, and then there were people on each side saying that it was either way too out there or he didn't do enough to make to take it seriously. So either way you look at it, it might be bad, but I'm looking forward to it.
Anchorman was a smash hit, so maybe
Anchorman was great.
Come back around.
Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Talladega Nights is one of those movies I didn't appreciate at the time, but watching it later, I enjoyed it much more than the first time I watched it. First time I watched it, I was like, that was awful. And I watched it again.
Maybe you'll see that with the other guys. I don't know.
No, that's how I felt with Hot Rod though. Hot Rod. First time I watched it, I was
first time I watched Hot Rod was great. I loved it.
No, I was like, this is so dumb. And then the more I watched it, I'm like, oh, okay. No, it's just that it's just stupid jokes, just dumb, stupid jokes. And
Andy Samberg gets me. He knows exactly the type of humor that I like. All the Lonely Island CD, all the Lonely Island albums.
He plays my favorite character in Parks and Rec, where he just talks real loud. We're just yelling all the time. It's
great. Oh, yeah. So we don't really talk about movies that we've watched over the week anymore. But there's a movie that I watched that I want everyone to know about. I want you to know about. It's called Palm. Yeah, it's called Palm Springs. Okay. It's on Hulu. It stars Andy Samberg.
Okay.
And Kristen Milioti, who plays the mother in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, okay.
If you ever watched How I Met, she's the one that the mother that dies.
Side note about her.
Yeah.
When the musical for this musical right here,
I love Once
came out on Broadway, she was the lead role, and then we went to go see it in Dayton, and it was not her.
It was not her.
We really bummed out now.
That
anyway, that's my little anecdote about her.
Yeah, I like the second movie that guy made, Begin Again.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, with Mark Ruffalo, very good.
The singer in it. I don't know how much I don't know if he wrote the movie or what, but
yeah.
But anyways,
anyway,
two of them in Palm Springs.
Palm Springs, yeah. So it's about Kristen Miliotti's younger sister, is getting married, and it's the day of their wedding, and he is the boyfriend of the maid of honor, and it's about them meeting, and it's kind of like a rom-com, but it's a little different. But it was extremely good. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to give anything away for that movie. It's so good. Probably one of the best movies I've watched so far this year.
Wow.
So take that for what you will.
Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Better than Civil War?
I don't count these movies because they're like my baby. Best new movie that I've seen so far this year. So it's time for trailer time.
Trailer time.
Trailer time. Trailer time. So, newest trailer that came out, Bill and Ted Face the Music, came out with their second trailer.
Yeah.
You did not like the first one.
I did not like the first one.
I loved the second one.
You liked the second one?
I loved the second one. The second one was great. Did you watch the second one?
I did not watch it.
You should have watched the second one. It's a lot better. It feels the daughters are in it a lot more than what I would have expected.
Okay.
And it looks really good. It looks like Bill and Ted. It looks like a Bill and Ted movie. And it looks like a love story to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey. So I think it looks more like an homage and not just, oh, we're gonna make it because we want to make money.
Right.
It doesn't feel like a money grabber. It feels more like they're like, we really like these movies and we want to make an homage to those movies. So only COVID-19 would bring this next actor up from the dead. I did not know that he was still doing movies. I did not know that he was still around.
All right. Lay it on me.
Pauly Shore is in a new movie called
If Coronavirus had a face, it would be Pauly Shore. That's real talk. That dude is bummy and grungy as hell. Man,
and this movie looks terrible. There's no redeeming qualities of this movie. A new couple just got married something like that, and they buy a new house, and they're like, all right, this house is the perfect house for them, except the guest house is being inhabited by the previous owner, and it's Pauly Shore, and he's a complete bum. And so they have to, when they buy the house, they inherit him, and he lives in their guest house, and it's bad. It looks bad. Like, we're going to be talking about this.
I believe
in our podcast.
I saw like a thumbnail for like he had a this is a while ago, but he had a interview with Joe Rogan on his podcast, and I saw like the thumbnail on YouTube, and dude, Pauly Shore just looks like a mess. He looks homeless. He looks like a homeless guy. Like, it's, oh man, I don't know if it's like his style, like he's just like this kind of grungy dude, but not looking forward to it.
I saw this on Reddit, and the first comment on Reddit was the guy was like, I work at a comedy club.
Yeah.
Pauly Shore did stand-up comedy at the comedy club, and the first thing Pauly Shore said was, I don't know about this generation. This generation's all about Jersey Shore. I remember back in the day to where it was all about Pauly Shore, and just started yelling that. Yeah, that's how he opened it up in 2019.
Yeah,
for his audience, and it was just bad.
I think Pauly Shore's #1 contribution to the world is the line in an extremely goofy movie where he goes, "Leaning Tower of Cheese, made out of like canned cheese." That is it.
That's
that dude,
good.
maybe Biodome. Biodome wasn't too hateful.
I like Biodome. I liked what was that? Where he was the juror. I forget.
Nothing.
And then when he went to go meet his girlfriend's parents in the out in the country, he has some good movies, but they were 20 plus years ago.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
He has not been relevant for 20 plus years. But one thing that I did notice with this poster, watching it, do you see what he's eating?
It looks like potato chips.
A bag
potato chips
of Let's potato chips.
Okay.
I was like, you know what? That looks familiar. Can
we also talk about how he looks like if Pauly Shore and Charlie Day had a baby right here?
That is very true.
Let's
potato chips. Let's potato chips brought me down a rabbit hole that I was not expecting. To go down, which leads us to Make It Rant. Make It Rant, because did you know
we need a soundboard?
We do. We really do. Let's Potato Chips is not only in this movie, as you can tell with this right here. It is a fictional potato chip company that is in a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows. Community had him in a lot of them. They really like Let's is supposed to be like that little prop that people use just to make it look like it's a real potato chip bag, and you're not really supposed to put any like eyes on it and not really talk about it. Community didn't do that. They're like, hey, let's have some Let's, and they actually have one of the characters do a YouTube review of Let's potato chips, and they show like a commercial of Let's potato chips, and they really like make sure that you know about Let's potato chips. But Community's not the only place that you see Let's potato chips. You see it in the middle, as you can see right here. Let's potato chips right there. In barbecue, they have an original barbecue and ranch.
That's funny.
New Girl has Let's potato chips. And it's not just comedies either. Gilmore Girls has Let's potato chips.
Okay.
Let's potato chips sitting there
for Gilmore Girls. What is that category?
That's a drama. I guess it's a drama comedy.
Dramedy?
Yeah, a dramedy. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're like, okay, that's a little bit too close to comedy. What about Sons of Anarchy? Because Sons of Anarchy has Let's potato chips. Actually, I looked it up. 55 different TV shows. 55 different TV shows and movies have Let's potato chips somewhere. Yeah, I have the list. You want me to go through the list?
Just like rapid fire, as fast
as
possible.
Here we go. Featured in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 1,000 Ways to Die, Nikki, Ricky, Dicey, Dawn, Two Broke Girls, Alone Together, Arrested Development, Awkward, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Catherine, Chicago PD, Community, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, Cougar Town, The Crazy Ones, Designated Survivor, Dollhouse, Everybody Hates Chris, Everybody Loves Raymond, The Flash, Gilmore Girls, Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder.
Hates Chris. Everybody loves Raymond. Sorry. That was
How to Get Away with Murder. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The Lazarus Effect. The Middle. The Mindy Project. Misguided. Moonlight. My Name is Earl. The New Adventures of Old Christine. New Girl. Jane the Virgin. Orange is the New Black. Skins. Sons of Anarchy. Switch to Birth. Teachers. Terminator. The Sarah Connor Chronicles. Those Who Can't Touch. Trophy Wife. Ugly Betty. The Vampire Diaries. iCarly. Drake and Josh. White Collar. Workaholics. Mr. Jackson's Creepypasta Stories. Bendy and the Ink Machine. Cuphead's Adventures. Gucci Guilty. It's a 28 video. The Fosters and Victorious. Also in Family Ties. Company Man. Oh, Designated Survivor, Family Ties. Okay, that's the TV show. Not the TV show Family Ties. Just one episode. Yeah, but anyway.
That's crazy.
There is a website.
We can going.
Yeah, it's called fictionalcompanies.com. And you just put in Let's, and you go down this rabbit hole that I went down that was all fun and dandy. So yeah, what do you think of that? You want some Let's now?
I mean, let's have some.
Let's have some. All right. So now let's get into what everyone has been on here for
25 minutes.
For 25 minutes. Everyone's been waiting for Doctor Strange. Starring BENEDICT CUMMMMBERBAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAA
Yeah, Doctor Strange, man.
Yeah, what did you think of it? What did you think?
I said it last week when we were going to talk about talking about it this week.
Right.
That I've only seen it once and I really enjoyed it.
You already liked it, yeah.
And I just solidified that for me. Not like Guardians of the Galaxy. I feel like I liked Guardians of the Galaxy more the first time I watched it than I did the second time I watched it. But this one, man, holds up. I loved it. What do you think? What do you think?
I liked it too. I liked it a lot better this time than I did the first time. I thought the first time it was just weird. This time I really liked it. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the power rankings. Before we talk about what we like, what we don't like, let's jump into the power rankings. You decided to change a few things up.
Yeah, I did a re-rank. You
re-ranked a few of them, which I was perfectly okay with because that brought the Dark World farther away from the top than it was.
It did. Do that.
So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Dark World.
All right.
Down to third.
Was first.
And Doctor Strange, Captain America.
Doctor Strange and Captain America
for first.
Yeah, man.
Explain that to me. Why did you bring it down to first?
Because I like them both as much, but they're such wildly different movies.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Like Doctor Strange's We're Here Now and like psychedelic. And Captain America is just it's like a war movie almost. Really enjoyed that. I think I took Iron Man 3 took a hit too.
Iron Man 3 took a hit.
Down. Iron Man
that
2,
went from 6 to 9.
Iron Man
Why'd you do that?
Down. Because the more like after we did our podcast on Iron Man 3, I kept looking at it and being like, man, that's not right. I just like I thought I liked it more than I did, and the more I thought about it, the farther down it went.
Makes sense.
Iron Man 2.
I think Thor and Iron Man 2. Yeah.
Iron Man 2. It's just not a great movie.
No, you're right.
I'd rather watch Thor.
Okay.
I think that's all that moved. I think the Winter Soldier went up too. Because I think I liked that one.
Yes, it did. It was under Ant-Man, and then it went up above Iron Man and Ant-Man. So
but Doctor Strange, man, it's good. It's good.
Fun.
It gets the humor that I wanted out of a Marvel movie. I just thought they did a lot better with it. Michael Trapp's back talking about the DC comics, man. Holy cow! Get out of here!
Yeah,
get out of here. I mean, stay and watch.
Sounds about right.
About that right now.
Not yet. Not yet.
Where do you have this one at? Because we're talking about.
Yeah. Where do you think I put this one?
Number one, man. We haven't seen number one. Yeah.
Nope.
I
should have
just said like the lowest possible slot because we always disagree on everything.
No, everything from like 19 up. I love. Like I really love all these movies. It's just hard.
Iron Man 2.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, you get a lot of the really cool. You get James Rhodey as the War Machine.
Yeah.
Like a lot of really cool, good scenes in that. Now, as a movie as a whole, probably not that great, but I really like all these movies.
Yeah.
And man, we're coming up on a stretch of movies that I'm gonna really like. And
it looks like it only goes up from here.
It really does. One more that's underneath it, but that's it. But man,
what it is.
We'll see.
I wish I had a list of like what was left and available.
And you want to fill it out? You want to try to fill it out?
I want to be like, this is my guess for your bracket, like March Madness.
That might be a fun game. I might put this up there and then put the available ones left, and just have everyone try to fill out the bracket themselves.
There you go.
So where do you think this sat in Rotten Tomatoes?
Man, I think I remember watching this and enjoying it, and I was with my wife, and she enjoyed it. Like, I think this is. What do we have available? I don't think it's like number one. Like, I don't think that everybody agrees with me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit everywhere. Throughout this,
let's go. What's like our highest 5 spots left?
Our highest 5 spots.
I know we got 1 and 2 open. I think.
Yeah. No. At about 11. Still an 89%, which is still great.
Yeah, it's still a good.
Only 4% off. Right.
Like everything that's on this list, for the most part, is like everything is certified fresh.
Right.
But like. Shoot, from 16 up is 80% and up. Like, that's a good movie.
That's a great. Those are all great movies. But yeah, Doctor Strange sitting at number 11. You have it at number 1. I have it at 15. Not anything to shake your head at. I think that these are all very good rankings for all of them. For this,
like I
for
said,
this movie.
I don't. Man, there's a lot of good movies on that list that are still coming out, like that I haven't seen yet. So I don't know if Doctor Strange is going to hold that number 1 spot for the whole time, but
if I were a betting man, probably not.
Right now.
Probably not.
I like it a lot for right now, man.
Right.
It's good.
Makes sense.
Like, maybe from like a plot standpoint, there's a couple like loose screws, but
yeah,
it's man, the visual effects in this movie, holy cow, gosh, all like those spacey, trippy scenes, dude, are just out of this world.
It made me think that it was like Inception on crack.
Yeah, I was telling Mallory, I was like, do you like that one scene from Inception? Then you'll
that's
love
the whole movie.
Because it is off the walls, man. Just like buildings collapsing in on themselves and like falling out. Like all the fight scenes, like just with what's going on, it's not like just person versus person. It's like person versus the environment. Like that, I feel like is much more compelling to watch than just, oh my gosh, can we talk about the last scene in Civil War where it's just Captain America and Iron Man fighting? And I'm like, dude, end it. Like, it's just, and like, I know it's supposed to be like this emotional scene. Like, I understand that. And I don't get it. But like and I know the lack of music in that scene is to heighten the severity of what's going on. But dude, like, just everything's like moving. It's just like, it's so, what's the word I'm looking for, man? It just swallows you in. It just like, it's like, this is what's going on. You can't look away. Right. I thought, I don't know if you read at the end of the credits, I really enjoyed that they put like driving distracted is really dangerous. Don't do it.
That they did not make it seem like driving while texting was a good thing at all.
Yeah,
throughout the entire movie.
Yeah,
which is good.
Good.
Yeah, don't text and drive. Don't text and drive, and keep your eyes on the road. So, what'd you not like? What did you?
I thought the only thing that I could think that would maybe play against this movie for me, because I did enjoy it, was the characters in the temple that he goes to. Not Tilda Swinton. The what's his name? I'm so bad with names, man. The other guy, the black guy. He seemed
Mordo?
a little. Yeah, he seemed like his character just seemed overly serious and like, but like in a kind of campy way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To where it's like, it kind of, when he spoke, it felt sort of like a kung fu movie, like the way that people speak in the kung fu movies, like things are going to happen. Fight for your life depends on it. Like, I understand getting that across, but it felt a little self-aware.
It makes sense. One thing that to make sure that you know about Mordo is that he is a very black and white character. Like, he believes that
no, and I get that
the right things are right, the wrong things are wrong. There is no gray in between. Until the end of this movie, when he realizes that, like, hey, not everything that I thought I knew is actually right.
That makes me really look forward to whatever movie comes next, because that scene, ooh!
Right. And in the comics, Mordo is the ultimate villain to Doctor Strange.
Really?
Mordo is like the Joker to Batman. To Doctor Strange's Batman. So it's going to be really interesting to see, like, where it goes. And Chiwetel Ejiofor is amazing, such a great actor. So I'm really excited to see where that goes.
I felt like the thing I liked most about this movie is that out of all the movies in the MCU, I feel like this one stands on its own 2 feet as an individual movie. It's not setting up something.
True.
If it is setting up, it's setting it up subtle enough to where I didn't really notice it. Like, I'm sure when Doctor Strange comes back in the future, I'll be like, oh, that's the thing, or whatever.
Right.
But, like, I really enjoyed this movie. If there wasn't a sequel, I would be okay with it. I like this movie out on its own.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I dug it.
But actually, I think it sets up a lot more than what you would think.
And maybe
because it sets up a lot. Like, there's an Infinity Stone in this one.
Yep. Like, the talk about the Avengers was so brief.
Right.
Like, and I loved that. I love that it was like, not like, we're doing this right now. Like,
right.
We're involved in this storyline, this plot. Whereas
it was very interesting. Like, Ant-Man, we have Paul Rudd saying we should call the Avengers, and that was really funny. But when they mentioned it in this, they were like, dude, the Avengers have nothing on us.
Yeah.
Like, sure, if you want to call the Avengers, Tony Stark's gonna blast a little something out of his hand, and that's it. But we actually have magic.
We're casting spells with demons from space. Yeah. What did you like things about it? Like, tell me what.
I everything that you said, I agree with. It's a beautifully made movie. The special effects in this movie are, in my opinion, probably the best of all the movies so far.
So good.
Such a good job at that. I think Benedict Cumberbatch. He did such a great job in this movie. Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One was phenomenal.
I haven't seen Avatar, but I got like an Avatar vibe from like not the blue people, like the arrow on the forehead, like airbending vibe.
The Last Airbender, yeah. I see that. Like, she did such a good job in this movie. Even Rachel McAdams. I was gonna put this in one of the trivia questions, but I didn't have enough room for it. She was supposed to be Pepper Potts. Like, she was offered Pepper Potts before anyone else, and she said no. And then Marvel became this Marvel Cinematic Universe became so big, she was like, okay, I kind of want to be a part of it now. Okay. And then she was. Now she's in this.
Man, it's that's a second chance right there.
Right. Absolutely.
But do you know Rachel McAdams is like the forever young human being?
Yeah.
Do you know how old she is?
No, I have no idea.
Do you know how old she is? How old do you think she is in this movie when this movie came out?
I don't know, in her 40s,
like, I think,
maybe.
Really?
I don't know. She's older than me.
She looks like she's in her 40s.
I guess not. No, I guess she looks like in the
and she's 38 and she's 41 now. If you look at her in that in Eurovision, the movie that just came out with Will Ferrell, that is hot garbage.
Really? Is it? I didn't watch it yet.
I mean, go watch it, but like, it's not good. It's like, I'd say it's like 25% hit, 75% miss.
Really?
Yeah. But man, she's just like, she's got that Will Smith look young forever thing going on. Like,
she sure does.
Sorry, that's my personal.
So anyway, back
coming out.
What I didn't like about this movie.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan of the ending. Yeah, it was fun. The whole Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Okay.
That time loop thing it was really cool, but that like.
You didn't like them throwing people into walls and like getting
I loved it.
That was super dope.
It was awesome. But once you start messing with time, in my opinion, and he's able to do that once, and he doesn't do it later on, it irritates me. Like later,
let's not talk about later on. We're talking about right now.
But even the first time I watched this movie, the problem that I had with it was, is it gonna do that every single time?
Like, is that gonna be a solution?
Right. Is that gonna be a solution every single time he meets a bad guy? Because it looks like it's the easiest way to get rid of it. And if he doesn't, why not?
Well,
so that's why I'm like, it just it felt like a cop out to me. It was fun, it was funny, I enjoyed it, it was awesome, but it felt like a cop out.
I don't know what the future movies hold. I wish they would have ended this movie on the after credits scene. Like where you see Mordo,
right?
Like basically being coming back.
Benjamin Bratt, yeah.
I don't know what you would put as your after credit scene, but I wish for I wish that would have been tagged on.
Keep the Thor thing as the after credit scene because that was fun.
The Thor thing? Oh yeah. That was pretty funny. With the growler that just kept filling up with beer.
It was great.
That was pretty silly. But I didn't think the ending was bad, man. I enjoyed it. I like that. What's his name? Wong laughed.
Yeah, Wong.
At the end.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. Man, it was a good movie. It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
the whole thing. I liked it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Everything that
it was really fun.
About it, I enjoyed about it. I like that.
Oh, that's great. And again, it's not like I didn't like the movie. I love the movie. It was just that ending. I was like, it felt like a cop out to me. It was funny. It was well done. But if they don't keep doing it every single time,
but I also think that they make it very clear that he's a competent fighter on his own, and most other threats could be taken care of without the use of time manipulation.
Right, until he gets to the climax of the movie where he should do that thing and then he doesn't for whatever reason, and he has to figure out another way to come out of it. And I don't know. It irritated me at the time when I watched it because I was like, man, that's the easiest. Like, I know he has to die thousands of times over and over again.
Yeah,
but
that's not a pleasant experience for him.
But I mean, it's not like he came to bargain. Like he didn't defeat Dormammu. He bargained with Dormammu and let him kill him thousands of times.
What define defeat?
Dormammu's still around. He could just change his mind and come back any other time.
Yeah, and he would do whatever it is he needed to do to make him stop.
Maybe. All right, you ready for some trivia?
Let's do trivia.
Trivia.
For trivia?
What's that?
Do we have a trivia graphic?
Of course we
don't.
Do.
We have these, but we don't have trivia time.
Oh no, we don't have trivia time. I'll work on that. All right, here we go. Name the song that Strange was quizzed on in his opening scene during surgery. Is it A, Feels So Good?
Yep.
B, Give It All You Got? C, Maui Wowie? Or D, Children of Sanchez?
A, Feels So Good.
You are right. It is Feel So Good. The other three are the top movie or the top songs from that same artist.
It's because I know that song.
I thought so. I thought it'd give you a nice, easy one.
So I'm not striking out. what's happening.
Yeah, you're not striking out this week. Let's see if you go. Let's see if I can get it to where you're 1-4 though. All right. Who provided the voice for Dormammu? Is it A, Andy Serkis?
Mm-hmm.
B, Christian Bale?
Yeah.
C, Benedict Cumberbatch? Or D, Stan Lee?
I think it's C, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Final answer.
Yep.
It is C, Benedict Cumberbatch. Wait,
I don't know how I knew that, but I kind of knew. I that's one of those things. Like I think I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
And Andy Serkis was too easy of like
That's good. That's good.
A motion capture.
Right, I'm gonna come out on this one because we can barely see our faces when we're watching these. So.
Oh, okay.
Right. Here we go. All right. What is the address to the London Sanctum? It showed it for just a second and then went away. Is it 221B Baker Street, 335C Booker Street, 177A Bleecker Street, or 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue?
I feel like it's Pennsylvania Avenue. I feel like I saw that at some point in time. Like the 1600 is what's sticking with me.
Mm-hmm.
Not Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm sure that's a famous address, and I'm an idiot person, but that's what I'm going to go with. D, final answer.
And you went with the White House.
There you go.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. So no, it is not.
To why I knew it.
I thought I put that as a throwaway option. Like, there's no way that you're gonna answer D.
Yeah, okay. My backup answer is Bleecker Street.
It is Bleecker Street. Yes, 177A Bleecker Street, which I think is a nod to 221B Baker Street because that is where Sherlock Holmes lives, and that is what. Yeah, and Benedict Cumberbatch plays Sherlock Holmes in this Sherlock series, which is extremely good if you haven't watched it.
That's a good show.
And then 335C Booker Street, I made up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, there you go.
Before his accident, which Avenger did Doctor Strange turn down the opportunity to operate on?
Is this in the comic? Or did they mention it in the show?
It's in the movie. Is it A, Tony Stark?
Okay.
B, James Rhodes? C, Bruce Banner? Or D, Sam Wilson?
Who's James Rhodes? Like, do I get like who these people are? Like, I know
Tony Stark is Iron Man.
Yeah.
Bruce Banner is the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
James Rhodes is War Machine.
Okay.
And Sam Wilson is the Falcon.
It's one of those things that's like, would you choose Tony Stark because it's an experimental procedure anyways, but like, did he really get turned down, or did he Tony Stark doesn't seem like the kind of guy to ask for help. He just do stuff himself. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Banner, I think whatever he was doing was too high tech and under wraps for anybody to know about it. Sam Wilson, James Rhodes. Maybe I would say James Rhodes just because he fell from the sky in the last movie that we watched. And maybe Benedict Cumberbatch didn't think he could fix him, so he turned him down. B, final answer.
Yeah, it is B. James Rhodes. So right like directly like 30 seconds before he gets into his accident, he's on the phone. They say, hey, you have there is a war veteran who got injured on a free fall and needs work on his lower back, and it shows a small picture of James Rhodes, and he's like, yeah, I can do that, but so can 50 other people. Give me something that's worth my time. And so it's a nice little nod to the fact that he almost died in the last movie.
Oh, there you go. Look at me go.
Look at you.
3 out of
3 out of 4. Let's see if you can get 4 out of 5.
Can I guess what your question is?
Yeah. Is this it?
I was gonna guess what is the name of the book that Stan Lee's reading on the bus.
No,
you can ask my wife because I stopped. I was like, hang on, and she goes, "You think it's a trivia question?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think it's a trivia question," because the answer is C, Doors of Perception. Final answer.
4 out of 5, buddy. You got it. 4 out of 5.
I passed the test.
Wow. Whoa. Way to go, man.
4 out of 5,
I put so much work into. I put so much work into these answers, though. Like, I put A into Shambhala. Shambhala is their Wi-Fi password. I thought you were going to be like Shambhala. Oh, I know that one. That's what it is. I heard it. The Time Traveler's Wife, another time traveling movie starring Rachel McAdams. Doors of Perception is the actual answer, and then Journey. You remember Journey into Mystery, right? Journey into Mystery, which was the first movie Thor was it, or the first comic book Thor was in. That was the answer to the last 2 trivia questions. And you missed both of those then. So I thought I'd throw it in there again. Not this time. 4 out of 5.
4, baby. 4 out of 5.
Way to go. So,
are you proud of me?
I am so proud of you, man. I worked really hard on those questions too.
Which is the
you were ready.
I knew what they were.
Yeah, that's not a bummer to me. I'm really excited for you.
That's so funny. I was like, all right, hang on, pause this. And Mallory immediately was like, trivia question. I was like, yep. Like she knew why I was pausing the movie.
Oh man. All right. So who's your MVP for Doctor Strange?
MVP for Doctor Strange.
What do you think of Stan Lee's cameo, by the way, first?
It's underwhelming.
Yeah, it was okay.
Like I noticed that it happened,
right?
But I wasn't like, oh, like he didn't have like he just literally looked in his book and he went, like I think he like laughed or something,
right?
And then like the scene went on. So it was fine. He didn't do anything,
nothing out of the ordinary, but it was there.
Yeah.
MVP.
That's a tough one, man. I gotta give it to. I mean, I know I was gushing, but Rachel McAdams, her comedic timing in this movie,
very good. Very good.
But Benedict Cumberbatch, man, he just did it. He did the thing. He was funny. Even Mallory, when we were watching, she's like, something about him just makes you want to hear what comes out of his mouth next. Like,
absolutely.
He's just a commanding presence. Not in like a intimidating way, but like in a, like I'm here, I do a good job. Like it's Benedict, man. He killed it.
Some good news on that. When we get to Thor Ragnarok, that scene that we saw in the at the end credits, is a shortened part of the actual Thor Ragnarok movie.
Okay,
so we'll be seeing. Yeah.
So in what was it? 2 movies ago we were watching that it showed a scene from the movie we watched last week.
Right like, at the end of Ant-Man.
Is that a theme from now on? Like it's just going to show short clips of scenes from the next movie?
Sometimes.
Or there's going to be like original parts, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Sometimes. Not all the time. It's not really that planned out, but there are times to where you will see a scene from a movie that's in the future. But honestly, it doesn't happen that often.
Okay. I was like, because like it's fine if it happens, but like if I'm waiting till after the credits, I want like an extra little nugget. You know what I'm saying? Like a little something that I'm not gonna see anywhere else. Like the shawarma scene. Like that's a little nugget. That's just that. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. We'll get a few of those. This one's easy for me. By far, and we haven't really talked about this the entire time. But the cape is the MVP by far. It's real easy. His own personality. He was funny the entire time, wiping Doctor Strange's tears off his face. I mean, like that kind of comedic style is always gets me. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. Where he's like, he like points to the thing on the wall. He's like, dude, like this. Throw this at him. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cape's funny. He wasn't Benedict Cumberbatch, but he is pretty funny.
No, right.
I mean, when it comes down to an inanimate object, like it's got to be very physical. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like it's got
exactly.
It's got to be over exaggerated to make it happen.
Right.
But Mr. Travis,
so, next week, you know what's next week, right?
I don't. Is it
Guardians 2?
All right. I'm actually looking forward
to
the
Galaxy 2.
I never ended up seeing that.
I'm really excited about this. This is I really enjoy this one. The more I watch it, the more I like it. So that and then Spider-Man Homecoming is after that. So that's the next few weeks.
Avengers?
And then I think it's like either Thor or Black Panther.
Thor, Black Panther.
Yeah, right. Thor, Black Panther, and then Ant-Man. Like we still have about a month or month and a half before we get into Infinity War and all of that. So
God, there's so much going on. I've heard in these movies. Like,
oh yeah,
you have to have seen the other movies to watch these movies. Like, and I will have seen all of them. And at the end of this, I can be like, I've seen all of the MCU Marvel movies.
Oh yeah,
and then maybe we'll talk about Black Widow if that comes out in time.
But. Hopefully. Oh, I hope so. All right, so that's it.
T-Dog,
take us out.
Yes, sir. Can you hear my my music going on here?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, can you get those sultry vibes going on?
Oh yeah.
Thank you everybody for joining us on this Tuesday evening. We do this every single Tuesday night, starting at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. You can listen to us on Breaker, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, freaking whatever the heck you listen to your podcasts on. You know, we'll do our best next time. We love you. I'm Zane.
I'm Travis.
And our catchphrases will try to do better next time. Freeze frame.
Bye.